Alrighty, it's been a few days since the last time I played, so I'm getting back into it here. I think the plan was that I was going to go into the Valley of Mines, do a couple of quick things, and then scamper off to go do expansion stuff in Jarkandar, so let's continue on in here.
Are you sure you want to go in there? I'm afraid you won't get very far. The orcs are on the other side.
If there's a way into the Valley of Mines, I shall find it.
Good, then go. Go within us.
Oh, I brought up my inventory because I alt-tabbed. Alright, so let's go on in then. Got a couple of wolves here. And, ooh, they're young wolves. They're not even fully grown wolves. Interesting that the game would give me weaker versions of these things right here. What a... Thought they'd have given me fully grown ones. Alright. Doesn't look like there's anything on that cart. Alright, so... Still some young wolves. I can fight these. If I can hit them. Okay, there's an orc warrior up ahead. So this path is guarded by a ton of orcs, and I could try to fight my way through them, or I could make a mad dash and try to run past them. And in fact, that's what I had to do my very first time playing this game, because I didn't realize there was a better way around than fighting them. So here they are chasing me. I thought maybe if I could get them one at a time, I could at least fight them off. Alright, might have done it. Alright, good, so I got one of them here. And of course, these guys have like the really exploitable AI pattern. For as long as you can get them running, they will always do that charging overhead strike, and then you can just strafe around it. Surprisingly, still not doing that much damage to them. I think the last time I fought one of these things, I was level 2 or whatever, near the start, near the town at that teleporter stone, right? There might have been one in the woods that I forgot about, but I'm still doing a miserable amount of damage here. Oh dear, I mistimed that. So, that took what felt like forever. I feel like I should be killing these things faster now that I have the Master Sword. And the Master Sword is still...
Nothing there.
Like, I still have very little strength, so even though the sword is doing 120, I'm only adding 28 extra damage to that. Which really isn't a lot of damage. And granted, you're really not supposed to be fighting these things at this point of the game. But I still feel like I should be doing a little bit more damage per attack than I am. So, Oh, I missed. Ah! Alright. Alright, I got this. Just reset slightly. And there we go. Finally, the second one.
Nothing to plunder.
He has
Nothing there.
Literally no loot. What the hell? There's the rats came out. Interesting. I don't know that they normally do that. Must have been just because I killed an orc back here. But like I was saying, the very first time I played this game, back in 2003, I think it was, I completely overlooked the fact that there's this little nook here, which is really an alternate path. Goes up there and then over that pass, and then it gives you like a relatively safe path through the pass. And so I had no idea that was there the first time I played, and so I was trying really hard to get through this really tight area full of orcs. And I think what I eventually had to do was chug a speed potion and just run through it. You see, there's a lot of orcs here. And I could try to fight them, like doing what I'm... oh dear. Doing what I'm doing by just pulling them away and then trying to get their timing staggered, so that way as soon as one of them puts their sword away I can stop and let the other one pursue me, but that's just going to take so much time and I just don't want to do that. So we're going to play it the intended way, and we're going to avoid the orcs and just come through the alternative path. Let's see, I can fight rats, but I can't fight an entire platoon of orcs. Especially not all at once. I can even fight goblins. They're wailing on me for a ton of damage, but I can fight them. While my character eats meat, I shall ingest some of my beverage. Alright.
Nothing to be had there.
Gold ring. A poker. A leather satchel. I have so many leather satchels that I haven't opened. Like this right here is, what, 700 gold? This one here is... that's 800 right there. What's this? 400? Almost 400? Nothing better than a dead goblin. I think there might be more wolves. Yep, these might be full-grown ones too. Nope, they're still young wolves. Again, that's surprising. I guess since this is like supposed to be a main quest thing, they want to make sure that it's relatively easy to fight. Because if you were to be underleveled or like rush here, you know, maybe a pack of full-grown wolves would be too much to handle. I don't know. But I'm level 17 with a master sword, so I can handle any type of wolf. Whoa. Alright. That texture is a little bit wonky right in between the rocks. So let me do a save before I warp in here. Just in case the game crashes. And so now get a torch out because it's suddenly nighttime. For anybody who has played the original Gothic, I am now back at the first map from the first game. So this is the same pass that you start Gothic 1 at, except you start a little bit higher up the path there at the trading zone instead of coming out this random mine shaft. And this moment here is probably my favorite gaming memory of all time, because it is just such an awesome nostalgia trip to come back to the exact same environment from the first game. You know, having spent so much time in the first game, playing the first game a couple of times and getting to know it so well and becoming so familiar with it, it's like, ooh, we're going back there. But then at the same time, everything is a little different. So it's not like they just completely rehashed everything. Like, they didn't just recycle an entire map out of laziness. As we run around and explore things, you'll notice that a lot has changed from the first game. And that makes the world just really, really interesting, because it's, you know, it shows a lot of dynamism. It's a dynamic world, because things have changed drastically since the last game. And that's just really cool to see games changing and adapting like that. And the first time I played, I somehow had no idea that I was coming back here. You know, this game makes a point of calling this area the Valley... Oh, whoops. I walked into a cutscene, apparently. So that's a pretty awesome little FMV. Interestingly enough, all of those NPCs are wearing guard armor from the first game. And I don't know why that is, because, you know, guard armor is not used in this game, and the old camp has not existed, you know, since the first game ended. Which kind of makes it seem like that's a holdover from Gothic 1, like, as if they had made that cutscene, for some purpose in the first game and then said, nah, scrap it, we can't use it anymore. And then they just decided to reuse it for Gothic 2. Meanwhile, I'm trying to climb up here because this was a whole explorable area in the first game that they apparently cut out. And meanwhile, the music stopped after that FMV, which really pisses me off. I hate when that happens, because I need the music for atmospheric immersion. But this whole platform area that I'm at, this ridge, this was an explorable space in the original game that they even had a convenient ledge to climb up to, but they kind of took that out in the sequel. Like, there used to be trees and things up here that are completely gone. Man, I really need that music to turn back on. See, I don't remember the original game ever being this wonky about turning the soundtrack off. I think, like, some of these patches that are designed to make it work on modern operating systems are somehow screwing with the music and, like, turning it off at certain points, and then the only way to turn it back on is to cross a certain zone, like to move from one area to another where it would reset. And so as long as I'm running around within this zone, it's just going to stay turned off, and that's super aggravating. Yeah, there used to be like a ledge that you can climb up here that has... well, I guess I did climb that. But they changed this ledge here, so now you can't just get right up there so easily. But, like I was saying before the cutscene, I did not realize in my first time playing this that I was going back into the exact same map from the first game. Because in this one, they call this area the Valley of Mines, which I don't recall it ever being called in the first game. It was always just the Colony. And in this game, they do make a couple of... like, there are road signs that say to Prison Colony. What the hell? Oh, this is weird as... okay. Oh, gee. This is good. See, this is a glitch that I was getting in Gothic 1, where, like, the walls became transparent. Good grief. See, they have this watery... oh my god. Can I... what? Can I just have, like, a normal game, please? See, now this is, like, permanently glitched. Oh my god. I'm gonna shut the game down and reboot it. This is ridiculous. Alright, so it's rebooting. always gotta turn on atmospheric scaling, or else that breaks certain dialogue windows. Alright, now it seems to be working fine. And it's probably going to be glitched as soon as I come back out the loading zone. But like I was saying before I got interrupted, however many times in a row this has been, I didn't realize that I was coming back to the exact same map from the first game because they called it the Colony in the first game, and here in this game they'd call it the Valley of Mines. So I didn't make the connection at the time. Like, obviously this is where like the ore mines are, so it makes sense that this would be where you'd be going, or where the paladins would be sending people to mine ore for the Orc War. But I just assumed, like, they're not gonna do the same world again. They're just gonna make like a new, like, it's gonna be like a dungeon or something, like a small level, something to vaguely resemble like elements of the original game. Oh, I don't really want to go that way because that's gonna trigger the cutscene. I think the cutscene only triggers when as you walk towards the central area. But so I just didn't realize. Was that the right slot to save into? Probably. Didn't realize I was coming back into the same exact map from the first game, and so I was pretty much mind blown at the time. Like I said earlier, it was a big surprise, but it was also like just a nostalgia trip. Wow, there's two orcs here. This would be a lot easier if I didn't have to fight two of them at once. I don't want to go down towards the, like, into the colony, because then I'm going to trigger that cutscene and then I might lose the music. But maybe if I skip out of the cutscene, I won't lose the music. No, I just lose the music immediately. That's lame as hell. I'm so mad right now. This area is just not the same without the music. Got dragon snappers over here. Okay, well, at least the music's back on. want to search this paladin corpse, but the dragon snapper is eating it. So there's really no way for me to get to that without alerting the snapper. What was I doing? I wanted to look at... I picked up a paladin rune. No, I picked up a teleport rune. Very nice. Alright. This paladin, however, might be carrying a paladin rune. Oh, he just, like, immediately sees me? I was sneaking and he wasn't even looking this way. What the hell, man? I was, like, well behind his field of view. Why does it do so much damage? Just kill me. Just end my misery. See, I could easily play this. Let me just back up and strafe out of the damage zone thing. Like, I could easily exploit that. But that just takes so freaking long with how little damage I'm doing. It's just like, that's not fun after a certain point. See, I'm trying to back him up against a wall so that way I can just spam left and right attack. I can't even do that. Freaking hell. Ah! Fine, we'll just not deal with that. Granted, like, there's a lot of enemies in this game that you're not supposed to fight when you first meet them, and that dragon snapper is absolutely one of them. And this whole area of the game is supposed to be like, you're not supposed to fight 90% of the things in here, because they send you into here way before you're ready, and it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be really tough and scary. And I love the fact that it does that, but man, like, I just wish it weren't such a pain in the ass to try to kill enemies. Oh, and I somehow got both of them. That other guy, I never even heard the second guy draw his sword. What the hell? What the hell? I'm like, oh, it's fine, I got him. Like, I only heard one sword, and then the other guy just shows up out of nowhere. And, like, I'd be fine to ignore that, but there's like a quest item that I need to get up here at some point, so I want to do this now while I'm here. Okay, there's the second sword. Heard it that time. I can't hit him, he's too, like, high up. Oh, that was so close. I can't. Oh, I'm missing him. Jeez, this, like, fighting on this incline is miserable. But if I go further down, I might aggro the dragon snapper, and if I go further up, I might aggro the other orc. Hey! Alright. Sheesh. Now I get to spend 30 seconds munching on meat again. Alright.
Nothing to plunder.
Now I should have a bit more room to fight the other one. Wherever the other one may be. Is he gonna come at me? Come on. When I don't want to aggro this guy, I aggro him. When I want to aggro him, I can't aggro him. Muchachonga. What's weird is I seem to be knocking off the same amount of his health every single attack. Which means that I'm either... Ah! Can you please, like, give me some room to breathe? Good grief. But, like, it means that I'm either not triggering crits, or, like, I can't trigger crits on them. Like, it seems like I knock off the same percentage of its health with every single swing, and I should have a 40% chance to do a critical hit. It's like I should randomly do a lot more or a lot less damage, and it doesn't seem like that's happening. And this is where, in the first game, I believe I was punching meat bugs. There's probably going to be more orcs in my way. Also, fun fact, Gothic 2 got rid of all the ladders. I don't know if there's a single ladder anywhere in Gothic 2. Maybe there's like some somewhere, possibly in the expansion areas, but they pretty much got rid of all the ladders. Maybe for good reason, because the ladders are kind of a pain in the ass in the original game. Oh, of course there's more orcs. But the ladders were a pain in the ass to the point that some of them just weren't coded to be the right height, so even if it looked like the ladder went up high enough for you to... Oh, he's right behind me! I thought I had like a good 20 feet. Yeah, but even if the ladder looked like it was high enough to reach the next ledge, you'd get like 80% of the way up, and then your character would step off of it. And it's like you just couldn't get to the top of the ladder, and that was really problematic in one of the mines, maybe both, but I think especially the free mine. No, it might have been the old mine when you were getting like the cog for the masher. Because if you went down into there to get the thing, then you basically could not get back out unless you had, I think, acrobatics, or you got super lucky on jumping at just the right moment to not quite fall off the ladder, but then to like basically glitch the game into
Nothing to be had
grabbing
there.
onto the ledge. Like, or you had to cheat basically. And you know, so maybe it's a good thing that they just got rid of all the stupid ladders. I hope this is the last one. No, there's two of them there. Gah. Alright. See, when they yelled, they stopped chasing me temporarily, but then this guy is like pathfinding is glitched. Oh goodness. Meanwhile, I still think it's crazy that I can block an axe being swung at me from a orc warrior with my dinky little rapier looking thing. That seems like the type of brute force thing that you wouldn't be able to deflect with dinky little bendy blade. Alright, now I might just have only one more orc to kill before I can continue on with my original plan to just get to a couple of NPCs and then get out of here. Truthfully, I might not even need this item I'm trying to get. I don't think I'm gonna run into the guy before I leave, but you know, it's It's still good to have. Oh god. Ah, I'm stuck. Ah! And I just lost a torch. God. Alright, come at me. Alright, at last I can resume going about my business. Once I find a torch, and this is why I hate the inventory system in this game, because you have to scroll through so many rows of things to get to where you need to be sometimes. And now, like, yeah, I could sell all this, but there's still a lot of crap that you kind of need to hold on to. Like these keys. So, like, there might still be a use for it that I'm unaware of. And, like, you know, stuff like that, that you're just like, ah. And then it just sits there cluttering up your inventory. Alright, so that's what I needed. The full leather satchel. So this spot right here is where you start the first game. You get punched in the face, and then Diego comes to talk to you. Now, in the original game, I don't believe there was not this path up here. And I think there are more orcs that way, so maybe it's not a good idea to go this way. But I just kind of want to poke my head around and explore a bit. I see one orc up there. Yeah, so what is that off in the distance? Oh. There's like a torch on the wall, something way up there. So I don't really want to deal with that right now. I've spent so much time fighting orcs. Like, I've been playing for 40 some minutes. I feel like I've barely explored anywhere. Maybe it's only been like 35 minutes, I don't know. Oh, jeez. Stupid guy. Ah. He switched into swim mode and then my torch got extinguished, so I just wasted another torch. Anyway. Now I can continue with my plan to basically... I just want to talk to... I guess I needed to talk to Garand in the castle to do Fernando's quest. I need to get to Cavalorn's hut to do his quest. And I want to talk to... I could do this quest. The Snapper's Claws. But that's kind of part of the main quest for this area. So I need to get to the castle and Cavalorn's hut. And then I need to find I forget what his name is. Gestath, maybe? He's over near the path to the stone tower where you and Lester got one of the focus stones from the first game, and where the stone dragon currently resides. He's the guy with the minecrawler plate armor. And so I just need to get to him and talk to him so that way I can get Wolf to start making me some crawler plate armor. Did I not get its attention? I wanted to try like climbing up here and seeing if I could cheese it with my bow. I can't even hit it. I have such... Oh, there he goes. Well, now it's just gonna kill me. Gah! Like, I can't even turn fast enough. Come here, buddy. I think he's chasing me. The music did like a thing. Ah, come on. Once again, like when I want to aggro a thing, I can't aggro it, and when I do want to when I don't want to aggro it, I aggro it. Come on. I ain't got all day to like die here. The music changed, but he's not following me. Come on. What do I gotta do to get your freaking attention? Ah. See, he don't even care. He growled at me and attacked like twice, and now he's back to eating. What the hell? This is so frustrating. Like, I just want to cheese his AI. Oh god. Ah, now I'm stuck in the thing. Why is it so hard to get this dragon snapper to leave within 5 feet of the paladin? Now he's gonna kill me. Well, I finally got him to follow me, and now I just died. This is just a waste of time. I feel like I shouldn't play this game after work because I just get so frustrated when I'm tired. I'll see if I can figure out that INI file to change this inventory, because this really is just unbearable. Like, at least the Gothic 1 sorted it by tab so I could flip instantly to miscellaneous to find a torch, rather than having to scroll through all my weapons, all my spells, all my food and potion, you know. Hey, they give me a torch. How nice of them. Let's talk to Jurgen.
What are you standing around here for?
I come from the castle. They've sent me to look for those missing, and to check out the area.
Those missing?
Some fled when the dragons attacked. Most of them didn't make it. No surprise there. But if there are any survivors left, I'll bring them back.
Alright.
Can you help me get into the castle?
Sure. But you have to do me a favor. If you can make it to the castle, talk to the paladin Auric. Tell him that his brother bought it up there at the pass.
How can I get into the castle?
First of all, you can forget the direct path. But if you walk around the castle, you might have a chance from the back. You should stay away from the paths and use the river. It will be best if you swim downstream for a stretch. It should be easier from there. The orcs have set up a ram behind the castle. You can get in that way. Creep up on the orcs as closely as you can, and then run for it. You might just make it if you're fast enough.
What do I need to know about this area?
If you want to live, go back to wherever you came from. The Greenhides have laid siege to the castle for weeks now, and those dragons are hiding out somewhere too. The entire Valley of Mines is teeming with orcs. No matter where you're headed, this won't be a picnic. The entire
Yeah, okay, that's stating the obvious. Alright, where do I need to get to? The way into the castle is around the backside. Gestath, I think, is that way as well. Cavalorn's hut's over there, though. I could try to talk to Diego and turn in his quest, but I gotta find him in... Oh wait, he's over by Cavalorn. That's a good... That's good. Maybe I'll head towards, like, Cavalorn's old hut, then. Can you attack, please? There we go. So we got orcs just camping out all around the castle. You look like you could use some swamp weed. Oh, I forgot that I have animal trophy skill now. Also, it's like maybe a little bit lore breaking that the swamp excuse me, that the swamp weed is just kind of growing everywhere now, and like that used to be a swamp camp thing. Like it only grew in the swamp camp. There's a normal... Oh, and a dragon snapper. Man, I'm gonna die. I can't fight a freaking dragon snapper. Well, looks like I'm heading this way now instead of the other way. This rock is insanely low texture compared to everything else. Ah! Good grief. I kind of wonder if there's a stone tablet somewhere on this shore. Actually, I don't remember if there are stone tablets in the Valley of Mines, but there might be. Alright, so up ahead is the Great Orc Palisade. And so there's like a ton of orcs besieging the castle. It's like they're all just camped out around the castle, waiting for the castle to lower its guard or whatever. And behind this fence are supposedly legions more orcs ready to storm the castle. You know, they're just biding their time and building their forces behind the wall. And so a portion of the map from the original game is walled off, and this is like kind of the path and forests leading towards what used to be the old camp in the swamp, and like the fog tower with the skeletons, the forest with the like shadow beasts, and the goblin cave, the old orc cemetery, etc. That's all been effectively walled off. And there is a legitimate way to get past that wall. You have to kind of climb over a bunch of things. And there's a really cool Easter egg back there that, if I get around to it, I'll show off. Probably not going to do it soon, though, because I don't want to be here too long. I'm really just trying to get in here, talk to a few people, and then get out. But damn, there's all these scavengers that just look like they need to die. You know, I'm about to die because I can't score a freaking critical hit. I can kill every single one of those in a single hit. But then the game says, oh, you're just not going to get any crits, sorry. Let's just have you die. I hit like 4 or 5 times in a row and couldn't score a crit. Or they just backed out of my attack range. So that way I wasn't hitting at all. God, that's so frustrating. I gotta take forever munching on these oversized mushrooms. Alright. Sure looked like there were some scavengers wandering over this way that have now disappeared. That one took 7 hits to kill, either because I wasn't scoring critical hits or because it was backing out of my range.
Nothing to plunder.
So
Nothing there.
So that was 7 hits where I was getting hammered by other scavengers, unable to kill the one right in front of me.
Nothing to be had there.
God, I hate this line.
Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there.
I hate that they added that to this game. Like, what happened to the good old system of just, like, disabling target activation?
Nothing to be had there. Nothing there.
On dead enemies that had no more inventory, so that way you didn't have to, like,
nothing to be had there.
Struggle to target through multiple things if you killed multiple things. It's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
Target the lurker. What the freak?
Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
Gah.
Nothing there.
There we go. Jeez. I'm sitting there holding down the action key and trying to press the left key to switch over to the lurker, but then sometimes it's not doing it. So much stress. I can't get too close or I'm gonna aggro the orcs. Alright. Time to go through the woods. Which, in the first game, were considerably more dangerous than following the paths. But in this game, the situation is almost reversed, where the paths are now super dangerous and the forests are a little bit safer. Like, there might still be some wargs and maybe a shadow beast here, but
nothing to plunder.
Generally speaking, this stuff that I see, blood flies, wolves, boars, are all much easier to kill than orcs. Like, I don't really want to be fighting all this stuff right now, but it's in my way. And I'm here, so I may as well. Oh, we got an invisible wolf. Let's see, once again,
nothing
wolves
there.
Are things that I can kill on one hit if I get a crit, but the fights are randomly easier or harder depending on how well I do on actually getting crits. So if I get one single crit, you know, boom, easy peasy, but if I go 5-6 hits in a row without getting a crit, then it just ruins my day. Alright, and interesting. So normally and when Gothic 2 first came out, the hardware limitations limited your draw distance, so that way you couldn't see very far to save resources. And so I think, like, from this vantage point, my view would have been somewhat obscured a little bit past the fence. But now with modern hardware and patches and things to extend the range of view, you can see that there's like just a whole lot of nothing across parts of the fence. which kind of breaks the lore, because like they say that there's supposed to be hordes and hordes more orcs behind the wall, but sure can't see any.
Nothing to be had there.
Ah, jeez. Alright, so that's the battering ram that I need to cross to get into the castle, but I don't think I want to do that just yet. Because I don't want to have to get into the castle and then excuse me, and then leave again to go do what I'm about to do. Although it occurs to me that if I do what I'm about to do, I'm gonna have to do something similar and run past a bunch of enemies and then run past those same enemies again. There's snappers like everywhere. Ow! No, I got both of them. Alright, that's fine. Ow. I was waiting for there to be just one dragon snapper hidden around a corner somewhere who was going to pop out of nowhere and just destroy me. Alright, so this is the way I need to go. I'm not sure. I can get to where I need to go, I think, if I go that way and climb up. There's probably like a bunch of wargs and things that way. And I'm not 100% how the path connects again, so I'll just come through this way. Let me double check how much resource. The game, surprisingly, is not eating up a ton of resources. It's still sitting at like a reasonable amount of memory usage. So I don't have to reboot the game to prevent memory leak corrupting my save file. Yo, this skeleton looks like he's trying to hold this boulder up. Okay, so I at this point, I don't want to fight any of these guys. It's just gonna take way too long to try to kill these stupid orcs, so I'm just gonna run away. I'm just gonna run past them. Interesting. This right here is the goblin cave I was talking about earlier. Please don't kill me. These guys are not nearly as easy to dodge as I remember them being. Like, in the original release of Gothic 2, I swear, you could just turn left and right, zigzag like that, and they would get sent way off course with their attacks, and it was so easy to dodge. But now I feel like with the patches and things like that, the player kit and system pack, I feel like they made the orcs a little bit faster and also tweaked their AI to make them not spin so far out of control. Okay. Please don't attack me. Oh, there's fire lizards up here too. That's great. Alright. Oh, whoop. Oh, come on. Climb the ledge. Thank you. Yep, so we got lizard men up there. I definitely don't want to deal with that. Gestath.
How's it going?
Brave of you to come here. You got lost, huh?
I asked you, what are you doing up here?
What are you doing up here?
I'm here to make money.
Here in the middle of nowhere?
I'm a hunter. I specialize in difficult cases. Fire lizards, mine crawlers, dragon snappers, anything nobody else will hunt. That brings in the money.
That's some armor you're wearing.
That's some armor you're wearing.
Yeah, hard to get. It's made of mine crawler plates. A guy named Wolf made it for me. I used to be a convict here in the colony. Gave him a couple of mine crawler plates, and a few days later the thing was finished. The guy's okay.
Where's this wolf now? Like, I don't already know.
Where's this wolf now?
It's been a while since I've seen him. Back then, he was a mercenary here in the colony. I suppose he still hangs around with the boys.
What is there to see here?
A bunch of fire lizards, orcs, and I don't know what else. I haven't been farther up on the high plain. I'd advise you against trying it. The things that live up there don't sound too friendly.
Yeah, I don't intend to right now.
Can you gut dragons too?
Ask me again later, when you're ready for something like that, okay?
Teach me.
Why not?
Dragon snapper horn. Alright, so that was one of the things I wanted to do in here. Still gotta get to the castle, talk to some people, and then I gotta get to Cavalorn's hut.